Hello, Libra. Welcome to your week ahead. Libra, I already shuffled and laid out your spread along with clarifiers. You have quite a few messages. So let's just get into your reading. Now, first, Libra, you have three cards that came out here. The first one is Shadow. This here is the Moon. So I feel that, Libra, a lot of you are experiencing a lot of intense emotions and feelings. Some of you are experiencing some fears. Some of you are tapping into your intuition. Your intuition is heightening for some of you. For others of you, you're facing your fears. For others of you, you're going into introspection about something, thinking about something. I do feel for some of you, there is a few of you that is going through the dark night of the soul, and there are some of you that's coming out from the dark night of the soul with regard to a relationship. But with this moon energy, there is an air of uneasiness and uncertainty here. But I do feel that for some of you, you're focusing on trying to get clarity, or there's a need to get clarity with this shadow here, moon energy. I also feel that there's something you may feel that is hidden, or something may be revealed. You also have the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra talks about your feelings and emotions. So this here just magnifies that shadow moon energy I just spoke about. And so this also talks about your creativity, your imagination, but you also could be sorting over any guilt or regret in your emotions around a relationship or whatever is concerning you. But also with the sacral chakra, this is a time where there may be a focus for you to clear out your mind and be very creative and imaginative at this time. But also there's a focus on your feelings and emotions here, and a need for your feelings and emotions to become grounded. You may be experiencing with that number 2 some sort of discovery, or there's a need to recenter yourself. There may be a focus on relationships. There could be a matter where there's 2 options here. I actually do feel like I'm speaking to at least 2 groups of Libras here that I'm picking up on. But there's also the need for balance. There's a focus on choices here. There may even be a focus on planning. And some of you may be waiting on something. You also have moving on. So for some of you, you're moving on from something or someone, or some of you are struggling to move on from something or someone. Now, you also have open to receive. So there's a need to focus on being open to receive what it is that you truly want to enter into your life at this time, because you have very strong manifestation power right now, that what you think about you can create. But also, Libra, you have the ability to influence your circumstances, because you do have the overall energy in your spread of the wizard, which is the magician. So you have the power to conjure, to create. You're very cunning, very crafty. So you want to will this energy for good and not be deceitful or tricky or use trickery here, but do things above board. Operate in the light and not in the shadows, in the dark. You also have cut ties. So many of you are looking to cut ties with someone in specific, or with certain relationships that no longer serve you. And you also have open mind, which I feel mirrors open to receive to some extent. But also I feel that open mind I feel for some of you, this is about you considering relationships that you want to keep, perhaps even those of which that you perhaps should be cutting ties with instead. So you decide what resonates, leave what doesn't, and what part of this is you. Now, the overall energy surrounding you, Libra, is you do have the wizard, which is the magician. So you're focusing on manifesting, seeing what you want to create and build and have come into form in your world. And with the magician here, this is very powerful energy. This is about you having the cunning, the intellect, the will, and the drive and determination to influence your circumstances and will into your existence what you want to see happen for yourself and in your world and in your environment. Now, it is also possible with the magician energy that you could be dealing with an Aries or an Aquarius. Now, underneath that, you do have the High Priestess. So with the High Priestess, again, I do feel that many of you are tapping into your intuition, but I also feel that there are secrets. And again, for some of you, something will be revealed or you're waiting for something to be revealed. But this is about you operating from a place of wisdom, and you are perhaps trying to understand, get understanding, or see what is hidden to gain knowledge. But the High Priestess is very intuitive. Now, there is the possibility that magic may be at play for some of you, whether this is you or who you're dealing with. But in the recent past, you do have the Ace of Cups. So there was an opportunity that was missed or wasted in the recent past. And for some of you, it's because you let the time run out or there was timing around it. This opportunity could have been concerning a relationship or an offer or just an opportunity that you had the chance to seize. But something happened where perhaps you may have decided you didn't want it, or this is something that you wasted an opportunity that you may have received and you just poured it out. You didn't make proper or good use of it. For others of you, this opportunity is wasted because the time for that opportunity has now passed. Now in the present, you have the Nine of Wands. So you're on guard. You're on the defense. You are on the lookout about something. But you're very determined to persevere and overcome. I feel, though, that you do feel that you are persevering and overcoming in some way at the present time with all these fireworks in the background here. Or you feel that at the present, you may sense that something is going to be illuminated to you, or you at the present, something is being illuminated or recognized by you as you are poised and watching and waiting and being resilient. But right now, you're not giving up. You're maintaining your stamina here and your position with whatever this is for you, or with whomever this is concerning, or what you have deep feelings about, or confronting that may be fears for you. Now, in the future, you do have this Ten of Pentacles. Now, with this Ten of Pentacles, I do feel that for some of you, you feel established and stable and secure with what you have built and what you have been able to maintain regarding your home, work, regarding your status, regarding your money. But I also feel for others of you, you have been lacking in this area where you've been trying to restore and rebuild this, focusing on building your security, building your stability, building your resources. And I say that because you have the clarifiers of the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So you've had some sort of conflict either in yourself with your decisions or plans, or with others or someone else, where there was some sort of conflict, where there could be a tie with money or in a connection, where there was struggling, differences of opinion, strife, or some sort of competition between you, where either you or who you were dealing with was focused on getting the upper hand or trying to or you were trying to win or avoid becoming defeated. But with the Page of Wands, either way, you just wanted to go in a new direction. So for some of you, you were able to achieve going into a new direction and become more established. And others of you have been struggling or are struggling in the future with trying to do this. So in the future with this Ten of Pentacles, some of you, though you have struggled, you find that you are able to be more established, secure, and stable. For others of you in the future, you still struggle with the ability to restore and become more adequately stable and secure in your ability to be more established and restore yourself to the comfortability and status that you would be okay with. Now, your attitude is the Three of Swords. Now, for some of you with this Three of Swords, I feel that you are experiencing disappointment, hurt, upset, suffering, betrayal. You may have even been experiencing some lies and deceit. Some of you could have been involved in a three-party situation. For some of you, the three-party situation involved cheating. But for others of you, the three-party situation could have just been external factors affecting your circumstances and your plans that caused what you were doing to be derailed or caused you setbacks, caused you to be upset, caused you to be hurt, caused you disappointment. For others of you with this Three of Swords, I feel that this is you healing or separating yourself from disappointment, from hurt, from pain that you've already experienced. Healing from it. Because clarifying that is you have the Lovers, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So for many of you, this was around a commitment or relationship with the Lovers that caused you a lot of sleepless nights, worries, fears, and doubts that you were on guard about, on the defense. Okay? Finding yourself challenged by or always needing to fight. For others of you where it was external circumstances, it's the same thing. But you needed to make important decisions, and perhaps sometimes you didn't make the right ones. For others of you, you were able to heal from this and relieve yourself and address your concerns and able to get on higher ground or confront the challenges you were dealing with and face off with them and perhaps take the path of least resistance or overcome and resist. Now, your concern is the Five of Swords. So you may be concerned whether or not you still have to fight or whether or not you have to confront or find yourself in a dispute or have to argue. Concerned whether or not a matter is over. Concerned whether or not you will be defeated. Concerned whether or not you can get the upper hand, or concerned whether or not something is over. For others of you, if this is a connection that you are struggling to move on from and may even be considering to returning to, you may be concerned about whether or not the ability to be in this connection and the fighting and the bickering is truly possible to be over. Because it's clarified, you're concerned about whether or not you may fight again. You have the Tower and the Two of Pentacles. And so this here is about adversities, okay? Unexpected shakeups, uncomfortability, changes, problems, things needing to be balanced or juggling and having to adapt. This is about going through changes and struggling with that, or whether or not it can be avoided, or if it will happen again. And so your challenge here is the Page of Wands. Now, some of you, your challenge is deciding what direction you want to take and go in. For others of you, the challenge is being able to go in the direction you have chosen and see progress with that. Because your clarifiers is the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. And so this is you assessing either way, looking at your investment, the energy and effort that needs to go into it or that you've been investing, or what else needs to be done, and analyzing to see what your desire is here in this, and your confidence towards it, and your ability to achieve it or make it happen and have it realized and attain it. Whether this is to go in the new direction you've chosen, whatever that direction is for you, or to make the decision about what that direction should be. Now, your likely outcome is the Two of Cups. So this is a relationship, definitely, for many of you, for most of you. But if you take a closer look about this relationship, this can also represent the relationship with yourself. But as this has to do with a particular relationship or connection, partnership, and this relationship can involve, a close friend. It can involve a family member. But as it has to do with love, whether this is love of self, but more so love of another. If you take a look, you see this ghost who has her heart appears mended. But you see here, this is a skeleton, right? Dead, just bones. But he has arrows in his. So there's no healing. So one is healed and one is not. And so I do feel, Libra, that there are some of you who has healed and is healing. And there are some of you who needs to heal and have not healed. I also feel there are some of you who are dealing with someone where you are healed in this connection and they are not, or they are healed in this connection and you are not. Either way, there's an air of imbalance in this connection with this Two of Cups. And there's a need for balance and healing here. To either come to harmony, to be open to receive healing, to have an open mind to how to do that, to be open to receive it, to confront your emotions, to get to the truth, to deal with any guilt or regret or repressed feelings, or to sever ties and move on because perhaps it is not to be repaired or someone is done and it's over. The clarifiers here is for this Two of Cups is the King of Pentacles, Strength, and the Eight of Cups. Now with this being you, Libra, I feel that some of you have been working on yourself, have found the strength and the resilience and the fortitude to build yourself up, have self-discipline and self-control, and get to a place of healing or starting to heal, and you are now moving on, whether you are emotionally unfulfilled at this time or you are moving on despite it because you're ready to go. So it's like you're moving on even if you don't want to, or you're moving on because you want to clarify that. Others of you, I feel, Libra, this is you needing to work on yourself and find the strength to move on from this so that you can be open to receive and let go what's not serving you and welcome in that what will, and be okay with cutting ties and have an open mind. Believe that another door can open and will open for you for a new opportunity, for those of you who are willing to take it. And for those of you who are unsure, have you considered this possibility? Will you? Or are you too afraid to really see? It's difficult to take a look at things when there's uncertainty and uneasiness. But try looking at where you are right now. And my question to you is, are you truly happy right now? Because if you are not, then that should be enough motivation for you to be open to receive what will make you happy, whatever that is, and move on towards it. Blinded by the light. I don't know why that came out, but there it is. Now, let's take a look at some guidance for you, Libra, before we close. Spirit, what is the guidance for Libra? Can we please have some additional guidance for Libra? If this relationship is worth mending and healing, do. But if it is not, heal yourself and move on. Either way, move on. Be open to receive. Have an open mind. Cut ties with that which that doesn't serve you. These two flipped over. Wow. You have the Eight of Water, which is the Eight of Cups. And this is the guidance of walking away. Go on a new course. Discontinue what you are doing currently. Have humility. Beautiful. That is your guidance. And the other card that came out is the Nine of Clouds, which is the Nine of Swords. Have anticipation instead of anxiety. Let go of worry. Don't be forlorn. Confront your fears. Get out of your head. It's all in your mind. And what you believe is what you conceive. You don't have to have this. This is tormenting, disruptive, and chaotic. Let this go. It's cloudy and negative. Move on to greener pastures. It's possible. Open the door with an open mind first. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.